have a little snap to it, which is nice. Not as much chew as I would like. I would say the noodles are probably about a 4. Now we have the Maruchan hot and spicy beef version. Oddly enough, in terms of the spice, I barely taste it at all compared to the chicken. So I would have to give this one 5 in terms of the spice level. In terms of the flavor is slightly different from the chicken. It overall just has that same kind of processed taste. So, and because it's not as spicy, I'd say this is probably about a 3. Maruchan pretty much uses the exact same noodles across the cup, so that's going to be a 4. And now the Maruchan hot and spicy shrimp flavor. Similar as the beef, I barely feel the tingle in my tongue. It's just slightly there. So I'm going to give the spice level a 0.5. Flavor, I'm going to give it 2 because I barely taste any sort of shrimp or any sort of seafood flavor. And really, it just tastes salty. That's about it. Still the same noodles. I'm going to give it a 4. Now for the Maruchan lime chili flavor with shrimp. And when they say with shrimp, they actually mean with shrimp. Okay, very chewy. Kind of has some sort of shrimp flavor. The spice level is literally non-existent. I'm gonna have to give it a 0. I don't taste any sort of chili. The broth has a hint of lime flavor. It doesn't really last very long. Definitely don't taste that chili still. About a 3. And of course, a 4 for the noodles. Editor Jason here. So it's occurred to me that I never told you what my spice tolerance level is. Well, it's above average, and that's probably because my dad gave me a clove of garlic when I was a kid and told me it tasted like candy. Anyways, here is a chart of the modifiers you need to add to my ratings to determine how spicy this ramen is for you. With that out of the way, let's get back to the video. The last one from Maruchan is this yakisoba version, which is no soup, and this is their spicy chicken flavor. Immediately off the bat, I can actually smell some sort of spice coming from this, so let's give it a taste. Okay, right off the bat, I can taste spice in here. I'd have to say it's like maybe about like a 3 to a 3.5. I'll give it 3.5. It's actually really, really good. As far as the flavoring goes, much more savory, really hits a good punch. I'd have to say I'd give it about a 5. The noodles are also very different than the cup version. This has more chew to it versus a snap. I do like it. I'm going to also give it about a 5. Now we're moving to the Nissin Cup Noodle brand, and this is part of their gourmet soup line. This is the Japanese miso. It apparently has chili-infused noodles and even little, what looks to be like meat pieces in here. So let's try the meat real quick. All right, kind of breaks pretty well. Not much flavor though. I feel like that's pork. I'll have to double check. On the packaging, they gave this a 3 out of 6 chili peppers in terms of spice. As far as the chili-infused noodles, I don't really taste it. There's a very, very slight tingle, so I would give this a 0.5 for spice. It's got a nice, pleasant flavor. I would actually give it probably about a 4.5. As far as the noodle quality, I would say there's not much of a snap, but there is a little bit of a chew, kind of right in between. I would give the noodles a 4.5. Next up, we now have the Sichuan garlic chicken variety, and it still has some of these meat chunks in here. Let's try it. All right, that kind of tastes like chicken. Let's taste the noodles. All right, because this is Sichuan, we do have kind of a numbing effect in terms of the spice level, and I do feel it a little bit on the roof of my mouth, so I give the spice level a 1. Now in terms of the flavor is quite nice. It's definitely a thicker broth compared to Maruchan. Not a lot of spice, though, that's hitting you unless you take in one of the chili flakes. But this is a good broth. I would give the flavor a 5. Now we have the Korean gochujang beef version, and it's got meat chunks in it. So let's try that. You know, I think none of this is actually meat. It's probably just like a soy product, and it doesn't really taste like beef. It just kind of gives you a chewy texture. This cup is touting that it's 1 chili pepper hotter than the previous 2, so we're at 4 out of 6. Chili-infused noodles, still, I honestly don't have high hopes for it. All right, even with a higher chili rating, I literally taste nothing. There's no tingle, there's no numbness. This is a 0 on the spice level. The broth in this one is actually quite bland. Almost has a watery flavor taste to it, so I'm going to have to give this about a 2.5. Next up, we have the Nishing stir fry varieties. This is the sweet chili flavor, coming in at 1 chili pepper out of 6. If any of the other ratings are to go by, this is probably not going to be spicy at all. Oddly enough, I can detect some sort of spice in here. It's very, very minuscule, so I'm going to give it a 0.25. As far as flavoring goes, it's pretty much just like your sweet chili stir-fry sauce you would probably get at some sort of fast food restaurant. And it tastes okay. I'm going to give this about a 3. The last of the Nishing stir fries is this fiery Korean chicken flavor. This thing is literally red, coming in at 5 chili peppers out of 6. Let's hope it doesn't disappoint. All right, there's definitely spice in there, and it's a specific type of pepper that kind of causes my cheeks over here to slightly feel like they want to sweat, kind of opening up the pores. It's not crazy by any means. Like, I could eat this perfectly fine. I would say the spice level for this is a nice, comfortable 5. Flavor-wise, it's actually quite good. I would also give it a 5. And lastly, the noodle texture across these cups are all the same, 4.5. Now to the Tapatio ramens. This is the original flavor. There's a really good smell coming off of it, and I'm really excited to try this because I've just never tried their brand of noodles before. So here we go. All right, spice level wise, I definitely feel it dancing around on my tongue. It's very pleasant. I would say I'd give this a 4. The flavor is tomato-based. That's what I'm tasting. I wouldn't be surprised if it is essentially just their bottled hot sauce made into a soup form. It's actually very flavorful and tasty. I would give this a 5.5. The noodle texture is a little bit. It's got some spring to it. It's actually quite good. Definitely one of the better noodles I've had so far. I would give this also a 5.5. Next up, we have the artificial chicken flavor. Spice level is the same as the previous one, giving it a 4. Flavor-wise, it's very similar to the original. It's got that tomato kind of taste. Not sure if I taste any sort of that artificial chicken flavor, so because of the marketing aspects, I'm going to give this a 4. Next up, we have the birria flavor, which is essentially a Mexican meat stew. This is the beef version, and right off the bat, I can smell it. So let's get to tasting. Spice level wise, it's a bit subtle. It kind of just tickles you and then it leaves. So I'm going to give this about a 2.5. It really doesn't burn at all. Flavor wise, this definitely gives off that meat stew vibe. I want to say there's a little sourness in there, maybe like vinegar or something like that. It's very tasty. I'm going to give this a 5.75. Next, we have the carne asada with lime, and I can definitely smell the lime. So I can barely taste the spice, and it's probably because the lime flavoring is canceling it out. I'm going to give it a 0.25. Flavor-wise, I've never had carne asada before, but if I had to guess based on the ingredients, it would probably taste something like this. As far as it being a noodle, it's actually quite pleasant. I'm going to give it a 4.5. And the last one from Tapatio is their chili lime shrimp. Definitely can smell that lime.
To the ones who carry us, Kate Spade.
You got the magic touch.
Let's see if we can taste the shrimp. The spice level is just like the one before with the lime canceling it out, so I'm going to give it 0.25. As far as the shrimp, I can taste like a little bit of something seafoody in there, not a lot. I'm going to have to give the flavor a 4. Next up, we have the sriracha ramen noodles. This is the original flavor. It's made by a company called Choi. Never heard of them before, but we're all familiar with sriracha, so let's have a taste. You can definitely taste the sriracha and get all the same feelings. It is in a soupy form, so it is a little bit, but I would say the spice level is at a nice, comfortable 4.5. The broth is basically soupified sriracha. I'm going to give the flavor about a 4. The noodles have a bounce and a chew to it. It doesn't really snap. Pretty pleasant. I would give this about a 5. And the last one here from sriracha is the chicken flavor. The spice is there, but it's not as intense as the original one. So I'm going to I'm going to give it a 2. Moving on to Nishing's Firewalk series of ramens. This is their sizzling rich pork flavor. It's got a rating of 4 chili out of 6. The chili packet was blood red. There's a really good smell coming from here. So let's see how much spice there is. I'm detecting a little numbness on my tongue. It's nothing crazy. I could eat this all day long. I would give the spice about a 2.5. The flavor coming from this is kind of like a lo mein flavor. It's really good. I would give this a 5. And the noodles also have this nice bounce in a chew. I will also give the noodle texture a 5. Next up, we have the Firewalk Molten Chili Chicken, rated at 6 chilies out of 6. It's got a great smell. Let's give it a taste. Definitely can taste the spice. I'm going to give this a 5. Flavor-wise, it's not too bad, but I do prefer the pork flavor from before. I'm going to give this a 4.25. Now we have the Firewalk Volcanic Mongolian Beef flavor, rated at 6 chili peppers out of 6. It even has literal chili peppers in the seasoning packet. Oh yeah, you can definitely taste the chili oil. It's not crazy. I'm going to give this a 5. Flavor-wise, I still go back to that pork flavor. This one is basically savory, but you really get that chili oil flavor. I wouldn't say it's like the best balance. I'm going to give it a 4. And finally, in the cup bowl category, we have Noshim coming in with their hot and spicy flavor. So it's pretty vague, but let's see how spicy it is. Definitely can taste a blend of different peppers, I feel like.
Well, what do we have here? Supposedly, this is the spiciest ramen in the world. This is a Korean ramen called Bulmawang, aka the Devil of Fire. And this came out a while ago. I want to say like last year maybe. And I heard about it. I heard whispers of it. I tried to order it. It was sold out. And I completely forgot about it. But I randomly stumbled across it. And I picked it up real quick. Apparently, this stuff contains actual Carolina Reapers, trace amounts, I assume. It is 14,444 Scoville units, I think. And it's looking real intimidating. Here's the back if you want to check that out. This is different from Korean fire noodles in the fact that you eat this like ramen. You eat it with a soup. And all you need to do is bring 550 milliliters of water to the boil, add in the ramen and the spice, pack it, and then cook it for 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And then it's ready to enjoy. Let's open this up and see what we got inside. So, cheers.
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform, you have the power, not IT, not admins.
First off, good. It's tasty. It's spicy. Getting the spice right away. Hitting the back of the throat pretty hard. Tongue is going, and not just one bite. I'm really not looking forward to drinking the soup, finishing it up, slurping it up, but it's something I'm going to have to do. Not bad. Actually, really good. I really enjoyed that first bite. Good flavor. I was kind of craving some ramen, a little bit, something spicy, and this is hitting the spot. So far, I ain't crying. I ain't crying about it. Mm-hmm. Just good, solid, spicy ramen. I feel that this would be really good if you added some more stuff to it too. Like, this is a good base. It's not just all about the spice. There is flavor to it. And I gotta say, maybe that guy who said he thought he liked spicy food until he tried this was just psyching me out. I thought this was going to be extremely spicy, but it's really not, to be honest with you. I do assume that the final slurp will be the worst, and eating the noodles like this isn't going to be as bad. I'm liking this. As far as flavors go, it tastes like a standard like Korean style ramen to me. Not really picking up on the Carolina Reaper extract in there, but they might put in like 1 grain per pack. One granule. And I'll tell you, the spice, it's not a lingerer. It's not a creeper. It kind of hits you quick, and it doesn't fade away that quickly, but it is what it is. It's one of those spices that it's real upfront and honest. It keeps it real. It lets you know what it's all about. All right. Time for this is the true test, I'd say, because this is still hot, and hot spicy soup right in the mouth. It's gonna be tough. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. If you're wondering, on my personal spice scale, I'm probably sitting around like a 7, low 7s. Yeah, good solid low 7s, maybe mid 7s. Oh, this is the challenge right here. Working up a sweat. Mighty fine though. Mighty fine. Oh. Maybe I should have went with the full 550 milliliters. I'm feeling the tingle in the ears. Okay.
What to do when society forces unrealistic beauty standards upon you and your body looks like a gas station burrito?
Make popcorn, I guess.
No. You look at yourself with the kindness you deserve and find the beauty within.
Oh, I see it too. How can it be? Is this some sort of delusional pathology?
No, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, my friend.
I demonstrate too, but unfortunately I was blessed with such a physique that I just can't be improved upon. Anyway, you give it a try.
Empurra na xereca. Então fica então vem, então fica
Eating only Korean street food for a full day, starting off with $8 octopussy balls.
Holy shit, what that?
Super hungry, forgot to blow. Couldn't chew either, so I swallowed that fireball. Octopussy was real thick and chewy 8/10. First time trying Tang Hulu. $6, $8 a grape. Unfortunately, mommy's empty gums couldn't handle the risk 7/10. Then we got a big ass puffball. Only $5, but then realized it was all air inside. So upset she kept punching that little sucker.
Mommy, chill, save that for home.
Don't worry, there's more things to punch at home.
Lightly sweet and hard 8/10. Time to get a real meal in our tummy. So we got thick as tteokbokki and set. But why she's scooping up Nathan? Found toilet paper hidden under the table. Smart move, mommy. Thick and spicy. Just the way I like it 10/10. Assorted $7 finger kimbap. Deliciously fresh and soft unlike at home. Eating only Korean street.
But Pokey, you promised you wouldn't hurt them.
Not here, Kitten Whiskers. Danny will discuss it later. Forgive us. We have a show to put on.
But Pokey, you promised you wouldn't hurt them.
Not here, Kitten Whiskers. Danny will discuss it later. Forgive us. We have a show to put on.
But Pokey.
I'm freezing outside. I feel my skin.
We know that running